Marriage is a scam. And so you've heard from your friends, from your church members, from the community around you. At a time when single parenthood is being celebrated, a time when divorce has become a conversation, even in the church today, something that was not seen in the years before. At a time when economic status of people has changed and others can do without the other, we are asking these questions. Where are the champions of marriage? How do we handle issues in marriage? Is there a way to do a conflict resolution in marriage? Can we have success and a celebrated marriage in our time? Is joy still part of marriage? Ama tunavumiliana? It is because of these questions that we are here and ready to tackle them during this time. Every Thursday at KATV with me, Simon, we're here to look at those issues and to answer and to look at the elephant in the room. Does marriage still work? See you there. Good evening again, and welcome to another episode of The Love's Journey. Again, as we said, we promised and we will always deliver. We get the very best in our community, in our churches, to talk about the possibility of marriage in our generation. And today in studio, we are featuring a great couple, people that you want to hear their story. People that God has blessed, God has helped, na wamesimama. So it is possible, and as we approach this, we want you to continue engaging us on our social media, on KA Television across, and also with a number that is on the screen. You ask your questions, ask them the questions, that we will be handling them as we go on. And so we welcome you to today's episode. And on stage today, we have Mr. and Mrs. Peter Mwangi. Hello. Na karibu sana.
Asante.
Karibu to the studios.
Asante sana.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
And we thank God.
Yes.
So we start today, and we want you now to introduce yourself officially. Mimi nimetaja jina, but we want to hear you. And I don't know, ladies first?
Ladies first.
All right. Okay.
Hello viewers there. My name is Zinafa Mwangi or Mrs. Mwangi. Welcome.
Thank you.
Hello viewers, my name is Peter Mwangi and I'm born again. Zinafa is my wife, and we fellowship with Liberation Worship Center and a Heart Care Community Church, and we are located at Drive-In Primary School inside the CDF Hall. Thank you.
Karibuni sana. So this story seems to be starting on a mission level. You know, these are church people, they are pastors, serving with Liberation Worship Center.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Wale wako hiyo area, you can always see them in the church and say hi. Ukiwaona usiwapite kwa njia. And this is going to be a great conversation. So Peter,
Yes.
and Zinafa.
Yes.
You are here after how long? Like, how long have you been married, the two of you?
This is our 9th year.
Uh-huh.
Because we got married in the year 2014.
Mm-hmm.
It was on 20th December, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get to 20th December this year, we'll be getting to our 9th year of being in marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
Zinafa.
Yes.
So who started this? Him,
Yes. Him.
right? How did he even start this with you? Let's hear the story. Yes. How did he come to you and start this thing off? I want to start from your end today.
I want to start from my end.
Yes.
I think, or what I can say, the Lord spoke to me in a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that you'll be married to Peter Mwangi. And to me, I had not met him in anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So then there was this man of God I had gone to visit. It was on a Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And also to him, he had also arranged a visit to go and visit that man of God.
Oh.
So we met in a man of God's house. Yes.
Hold there. This is already starting on a very interesting note.
Yes, wonderful.
Zinafa,
Yes.
God told you there is a Peter Mwangi.
Yes, God told me in a dream, you'll be married to Peter Mwangi.
A Peter you had never known.
I have never known him.
God gave you the two names.
Yes, Peter Mwangi.
Peter.
Yes.
Of course, she did not come and tell you are Peter Mwangi.
No.
How now from your end? How did it?
So when we met, then the man of God told us after a long conversation when we were heading back home, he told us to exchange our phone numbers. So we did the exchange of the phone contacts. Then we started chatting. So after we started chatting, that's how now I knew that this is my wife. This is my wife to be. Because we were also praying that, okay, the wife to the man of God, who was my friend, a very good friend even up to date, was assisting me with praying for me to get a good spouse.
Okay.
So, okay, she knew the person in the vision because she was telling me there's a lady whom you're going to get married to, and she looks brown, and I see it's as if I've ever seen him. I've seen her before. So, in fact, she's the one that you're going to marry.
Oh.
So she knew her. I had never met her before.
And Zinafa and Mrs. The lady had never met.
We had met before, but we had not talked about Peter Mwangi or being married to Peter Mwangi. But to me, the Lord told me in a dream.
And then for the lady,
Yes.
the Lord had already shown her
Yes.
what would happen.
Yes.
So at the point when you are exchanging contacts, Peter, did you sense anything?
Of course I knew, because I was at the man of God's place at that time. So she arrived in the morning because she had boarded a bus was it on Saturday night?
Saturday night.
Saturday night from Nairobi. So she arrived in the morning of Sunday. So I was already at the man of God's place. So when she arrived, I knew, this is my wife. You see?
This like it was this easy.
Yeah,
Like
that easy.
you didn't seem to struggle with
There's a
this.
part that you've forgotten.
Which one? Kali, remind me.
When you are going for a mission in Uganda. Yes.
Right. I've forgotten that one. Now, we happened to travel with the man of God. I don't want to disclose his name here.
Yeah.
But we are traveling to Kampala. So on our way to Kampala, we go to a place by the name Mukono. So while in the bus, I had a nap. So I dreamed that I had gone to pay dowry to somewhere in Kitale. I saw their storehouse. I saw the way it was made of sticks, the way those sticks were arranged.
Yes.
That's the exactly storehouse I saw when I went to their house, when I went to their home. So when I was having that nap, I saw that I had gone to pay dowry to some, maybe to a person that I was going to marry. My cue at that time, while we were going for a mission in Kampala, I had nothing to do with getting married or marrying anyway. It was not in my mind.
You were serving God.
I was just having God.
Yes.
I was still young. I think by then I was in the 30s. I think it should be 30.
You are not in 30s.
Was it?
No.
I should have been the year. It should be 29. I was around 29 years old. So it was not in my mind to marry. You see? So I told the man of God, you know what I've just had? I was having a nap. And I see myself in a certain location in Kitale that I've gone to pay dowry. Then he told me, that is God speaking to you. You need to marry. You see? So when we went for introduction to their home, and I saw their storehouse, I remember that vision that I saw while I was in that bus.
So it was a confirmation.
The exact storehouse that I saw in that vision
Was the
I
exact
saw it,
thing.
The exact thing. Then I said, this story is not new to me. I've seen it before.
I have been here in a way. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Yes.
So now, Zinafa.
Yes.
So now, yes, you know, you've heard of a Peter Mwangi.
Yes.
You met him now. He is now Peter Mwangi.
Yes.
When you heard the name,
Yes.
did it like just click like this is a guy?
No, it didn't click in my mind. But when I shared with that man of God, he just laughed and told me, though there is one of my son that I know is called Peter Mwangi. But let's continue praying. If he's the one, the Lord will still confirm. Yes.
That is a very important thing.
Yes.
There is a Peter Mwangi here.
Yes.
There is another Peter Mwangi.
Yes.
And even if you feel like it's this one, let's continue praying.
Yes.
It wasn't like instant.
No. Let's continue praying. If he's the one, the Lord will still confirm.
So how long did it take between the exchange of contact, talks, and the meeting, and by the time now you proposed?
Okay, we did that for around 1 month. 1 month, still talking, still communicating, and still praying. And then in a couple of days, just less than a month, God had already confirmed. Because we were seeing already visions of our future, even before I'd even thought of going for introduction.
Separately?
Yes, separately.
All right.
We're already seeing visions of where God is taking us. So he said, now, the thing is already here. So we need now to proceed on.
Were you sharing the visions
Yes.
between yourselves?
Yeah, we were sharing.
Yes.
We are sharing the visions.
So there was already a tinge. This thing
Yeah.
is,
Yeah,
it is us.
Yeah,
This is a Peter now.
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is
Yeah,
this is the lady.
Peter now,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. So that is the first month. So how long did it take before you now did a wedding?
So that took around 3 years.
3 years, yes.
Because it was in 2011, that's the year that we met. So we got married in 2014.
Oh, wait, people. You already confirmed in the first month
Yes.
that this is Peter,
Yeah.
this is my wife, Zinafa.
Yes.
And you took 3 years.
Yes.
Can I know why? This is interesting. Why?
3 years.
Why? I mean, you already know you
We
people.
were still preparing.
Zinafa, what preparation was this?
We are still asking God and also still just preparing.
For 3 years, you guys
Yes.
dated, courted 3 years.
Yes.
Okay, let me say another thing that was in place is this. We had some witchcraft attacks from our backyard because they did not want us to get married. They did not want us to have a church wedding that is from the realm of the spirit. So that's why the delay took that long. Were it not for the witchcraft attacks, we could have taken maybe a year or even a year and a half. So, but due to that, it took us long. So what happened, even when we were getting married, the D-Day, there was still a lot of confusion. So we had to shift. Okay, I was staying in Tarbo, she was staying in Kiminini, but working in Nairobi. So she had to come over to Kiminini, not Kiminini, to
Tarbo.
Bungoma.
Oh, Bungoma now.
Because that's where we did our wedding. So I also had to travel to Bungoma
To go marry.
to go marry, not from our home, but in Bungoma.
This was war that was being waged.
There was
was
a
war.
lot of spiritual warfare that was going on.
Very true.
That did not allow you to
That did
be
not allow
together.
us to be together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we did, we had to get a trick. In that, we had to confuse these guys, these wizards and these witches who did not want us to get married. So we had an idea. We all traveled to one location in Bungoma and some to a church that belonged to this pastor of ours. So that's where we did the wedding from.
Now,
In
the
fact,
only
we
people
didn't-
that are aware at that point
We
is...
didn't do a wedding there. We were just prayed
Yeah.
in the church. Then afterwards is when we started preparing for our wedding to officiate our marriage.
To officiate it
So we officiated our marriage after
after another 3 years.
3 years, yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
In 2017.
Wait. Now, you guys are... All right, let me understand this.
Yeah.
So you traveled. There is no entourage. You're not...
No.
There are no people from home and
Nothing. There was nothing like that.
Only her sister, his sister,
as a witness.
My
Yes.
younger sister is a witness, and
my youngest brother, and my cousin. Only.
So you're only 5.
Yes.
only 5.
No best couple. Those were the
Nothing.
people that were with you.
Nobody.
Nothing like that.
And then now,
the church members of the other church that we went to, so they're the ones who witness all that thing.
so all right. This is nice. So you are prayed over.
Yes.
And you wedded.
Yes.
You know, you are joined
Yes.
as a family.
Yes.
Declared husband and wife.
Yes.
In the church.
Yes.
In the presence of the church members
The church
who are
members.
not even your church members.
Yes.
That is it.
And in the presence of your sister and your cousin and your
Yes.
sister, and that's all.
Yeah,
That's
that
all.
was-
Then now we now came to Nairobi
Wow.
to start life.
So you didn't have all these arrangements, you know, in the initial stages. Unga gunia tano, you know, like, you know, mchele, you know.
Makiu, we did
didn't
the introduction very well.
Mhm.
We did the dowry negotiations very well.
Mhm.
But when it came now to that point of we are now planning for
D-Day.
the D-Day
Mhm.
of our wedding,
Mhm.
I tell you, it was warfare.
So let me understand
Yeah.
within a few minutes how this warfare looked like. It's an interesting thing. That was weighty enough to you know, prevent you from having doing what you did 6 years later in the third year. There's some how did this resistance look like?
Now, it was in changing of dates.
Mhm.
We could propose a date with her.
Mhm.
We say, we're going to do a wedding on, let me say, maybe 16th of September. Then when I take this report to my dad, my dad will now say, after a while, maybe after 2 days, now you know what, my son? That day that you both selected is not possible for us to have your wedding on that day. So we are going to shift it to a later date next month. So we agree with him. Okay, let us settle on your own. We settle for that. Now, after she takes that report to her dad, then the dad will say, now that date is not even possible. Can you bring it backwards? You see now? So we kept on changing dates.
Changing the dates.
Changing dates.
Okay.
And you know, days are passing.
Yes,
Days
yes,
are-
yes.
days are
Every
passing.
change is
Yeah.
some more
Every
time.
change, time is still going, time is elapsing. So we now say, now what do we do? Do we continue this thing of changing dates, changing dates, changing dates? So we decided, no, what we're going to do, we're going to tell our parents. This thing of we need a mega wedding, we are going to cancel it. We are just going to be prayed for in church. Then the other one that you guys are changing on dates will be done later.
Oh.
And they all agreed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's how we managed to trick the devil.
So Zinafa, let me ask.
Yes.
Your dad now knows that you're getting married,
Yes.
but not in the way, in the format that they.
Yes.
And he was okay with it.
He was very much okay with it. In fact, he even gave me a car and told my youngest brother to drive me.
To Bungoma.
Yes.
To go marry without him.
Yes.
Hey, special parents. Hey, God bless you people. I think you need to be, you know, noted here on this show.
Hey. Yeah.
Thank you for standing with your son and daughter.
Yes.
This was good. So now the pastor agrees to this, and then now you travel with him
Yeah,
to
that's
Bungoma.
how we did it. Yes.
He prays for you,
Yes.
declares you husband and wife.
Yes.
So it takes another 3 years now for you
Now-
to do
now
a white
to-
wedding.
yeah,
Let's
Yes.
call it
officiate
so.
it now.
To officiate it now.
Yes.
So you got your certificate
We already
3
have-
years
3 years
into the
later.
marriage.
Yes. Even though it was also not that easy.
Yeah.
Even
Even that one.
Yes.
wait, what is the
Even
problem
We
now?
had to postpone around 3 times again.
The
Try
parents
to-
again?
No.
The
devil now again.
The devil's now fighting us. Of course, the devil uses people.
Yes.
We want to get now. Let me say,
Yes.
when we wanted to do now the officiating of the wedding. Now, the dad said, "Do you know what? You brought me something during the negotiations of the dowry, but there's something that you missed. I need 2 cows.
Oh,
Before now do the wedding, I need 2
2
cows.
cows.
you didn't finish the first part.
There's somewhere where you skipped. So I need 2 live cows. Bring me first, then I allow you to proceed with the wedding. Mark you. This is the money that we had spared to do you see the budget.
Yes.
The budget for the whole process.
Yes.
So now we took that money that was meant to do the wedding, and we bought the 2 cows. So now we were left with nothing.
You have to start all over again.
We start all over again.
And Mark, you?
We had already told the officiator the date is this.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Now another hard was come. We pay first the two cows, which was part of the dowry that was kept.
Mm-hmm.
We were left with nothing.
So the pull and push still delays this even more.
Yes.
So we had to tell the officiator, we are going to postpone this thing. Push it further to next
But
year.
anyway, you are a family.
Yeah, that's
Yes,
it.
you are a family.
Then he
So
says,
there's no pressure.
you're already married. There's nothing like pressure.
Mhm.
Don't pressurize yourself.
Yes.
When they are ready, let them tell
Yeah,
you.
you
Yes.
tell us when you're ready.
Uh-huh.
So from there, I had already left my job at that time. I was working in Kileleshwa as a taxi driver with a certain company there. So I had to speak to to my former boss that I want to come back to your place because of this thing that we are planning. So I had to have some cash. And then you see, when you're working, you have some you have got to have some friends
Yes.
who will be assisting you maybe with the logistics. So when I came back, you see, we have no money. We are preparing for my mega wedding with no money, only faith. So I think by that time, faith was money.
Oh, faith was the currency.
It was the currency that we were using at that time.
Not that
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
This is nice.
So
yes.
what I did,
Mm.
I told my wife, I'm going for was it a 3-day fast
Yes.
in Catalonia?
Catalonia.
And I said, I have faith. God is going to see us through. So I took my bag. I went all the way to Catalonia. While I was kneeling down in one of the prayer cells, I saw the setting of the wedding. I was not sleeping. I was preparing to pray. You see?
Oh.
I was preparing to pray. And then here, God shows me how the setup of the wedding would be. He shows me we've already paid for the marriage certificate. We've already had money to cater for the logistics, for the food that will be served on that day. And everything was already ready before I began to pray. So after seeing that, then the vision disappears. Then I said, wow, God is in this
It's
thing.
done.
It is done.
It is done.
So for the rest of the days, I was just thanking God. Then I told her, do you know what? God has just shown me we are going to have money to pay for the certificate and also money for the logistics and for the food.
So this vision happens when you get to Catalonia.
When
you
you
are,
get to
you are
Catalonia.
now ready. You want to start praying.
preparing
Now.
to pray.
You are now, you
Yes.
know, ready.
Yeah.
And tutaonana na nyinyi
That is
shaitani.
it. So when I'm just kneeling down there, and then God shows me the vision.
So for 3 days you continued with the fast
I had to complete the
for
fast,
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
thanking God.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
After there, I tell you, we had a major breakthrough. My boss, who was my boss at that time, I remember he gave us some good amount of money. He gave us 10,000. He provided us with a car. He filled the car. He gave us a driver. And also some friends, friends of ours. She had a friend from South Africa also supported
Yes.
us. And some many more people.
Some colleagues.
What was
from-
amazing is this. The budget that we had done with the wedding committee was around, okay, I can't remember the amount, but the exact amount that we had on paper is the exact money that we got.
Specific God.
Exactly. With no excess.
No excess,
Yeah.
no minus.
No
Exactly.
minus.
Awesome.
Yes.
This is getting interesting already. Are you guys loving this couple? I think I am. This is a good start, you know,
Yeah.
to a beautiful end. And we are talking about 9 years later. Now, here we are, and it is the victory of the Lord.
Amen.
So, how did the church, now where you are, either in Tarbo, in Nairobi, when they heard that you had gotten married, but not in a major wedding like they expected, how was the reaction?
Okay, to me, the church was very supportive because even the man of God came to my house. He prayed for us. Then he invited us to the church. He prayed for us and he released me with blessings.
Oh, Sam.
Yes.
That's where now you are fellowshipping
Before. Yes.
So how was the reception on the other end?
On my side, it was smooth because Matthew, he's the same man of God that I was staying with. Okay, let me not say staying with. That I had visited when I met her. And in fact, he's still the man of God who gave us the idea of now shifting, of us getting the what? The
venue
to Bungoma. You see?
At least he was in the picture.
Yeah, he had no problem with that. Yes.
And the church members?
They had nothing to argue with that.
They were not like, you guys did not give us time
Of
to
course,
eat pilau. And
of course, for some time, they were as in, wow, why would you take your wedding all the way to a far distant place, and yet you're staying around here, you could have done this thing here. But they understood later.
Okay.
They came to understand it later.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, first part is gone, I tell you. And this is interesting. You hear of these stories only in KA television, where we feature couples from different backgrounds. We hear their stories that are different, and we want to understand how they have made it. So that is Mr. and Mrs. Pastor Peter Mwangi. That's the first part. We are coming back. Do not touch that dial. Wait for us. We are coming back. God bless you.